I think I am live. Hello, hello, Zen friends. Welcome to Sunday. I hope everyone had a great weekend so far. Those of you on the other side of the planet, you're towards your evening. So I hope you had a great weekend. Happy Solstice celebration to everyone. We will start off by bringing in some beautiful love energy. I'll hit the singing bowl 3 times. And as I do so, something that we can do to help the vibration of the world, which I know there's a lot of fear energies out there, more than normal, just because of some fun things that happened overnight in between countries and all sorts of fun stuff. But we can fill ourselves up with this beautiful love energy, let it flow into our minds and all the stories that are in our mind, into our hearts, into every emotion that we're feeling and choosing to feel in the moment, our energy where we're extending it and focusing it, and into our physical actions too, into our bodies, our cells, our blood, our muscles, all of our physical organs, into our chakras, our meridians, our auras. We'll let it fill us up and then flow out to the world. Let it do what it wants out there. Help with the chaos of the world, help raise the love vibration of the collective, of the planet. And something you can do to help raise your love vibration is to focus on something that you're grateful for in this moment and just sincerely thank the creator for it. It helps raise our love vibration. It helps us receive messages from spirit and also attract. It magnetizes us to receive all that from spirit too. So I love that. So if you'd like to join me, we'll take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now in this moment, not the future, not the past, just right here, right now. So big deep breath in. Hold for just a sec, release when you feel comfortable. All right, let's begin. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that. I appreciate that. Excuse me. Get me all choked up. So I hope everyone is doing well. Hopefully the sound is good. I know yesterday I went back to listen to some of the 6-hour session and it was scratchy. And I'm like, oh my God, how could you guys stand that? So hopefully the sound, I rebooted my computer, unplugged things, plugged things back in. So hopefully the sound is good. No hissing and things. So please let me know if it is acting up. Maybe it's time for a new computer or new microphone. I don't know. It's acts up every once in a while. Maybe it's the solar flares. Who knows? Who knows? So hopefully everyone's doing well. Welcome, welcome, all my Zen friends. So happy to have you here. If you're new to my channel, new to these readings, welcome on bruddaZEN. We got a great group of Zen friends, huge hearts, great senses of humor, 2 things we can definitely use in this journey of life, of human adventure. So there's always room for more Zen friends. So thanks for being here. Quickly, how the free readings work. We go down in order, first come, first serve down the chat. There's no special list or anything. The chat is it. You just put your question out there. If you don't want to put your business out there, or you don't know what to ask, like you're like, I want to hear from spirit, but God knows what I want to know, what they do know. So you can just ask for a general reading and we'll pull 1 to 2 cards for the free readings. So sorry, I thought I talked enough this morning, but evidently not. The pipes are clearing out, so I'm so sorry. But if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange, and I prioritize those. I step out of the free readings, dive deeper, meaning I pull more cards for those two. We get nosy. As long as my voice continues. Here we go. There we go. Frog is gone. And to make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom or in the description box of the video. I do have my Venmo, my CashApp, my PayPal, and my Square. I don't have any set dollar amounts because I know everyone's finances are different. I know cost of living is different across the world. The rate of exchange is different across the world. So whatever you give from your heart is the perfect amount. And then once I'm done with donations, I return back to the chat. Any of my YouTube channel members, you'll see their names in green with little badges. Their free readings get second priority, and then I move on to the other ones. We got some here. We got Moonlight 5. Hello, hello. Good to see you. I think that's it. So those are my channel members that are here right now. So good to see you. If you are interested in becoming a YouTube channel member, I do have 2 levels. Zen Cricket at $2.99 a month. Praying Mantis, $7.99 a month. We also get together on Thursday nights, jointly together, both groups, for 2-3 hours, sometimes 4. Unlimited tarot readings. We've got oracle readings. We've got past life readings, all of that. If you're interested, there's a link down below. We also, my Praying Mantis members, the higher level, we get together also on Friday and Saturday nights after my live sessions and after this Sunday afternoon one too. So all of that down in the description box. What else? I think that's the main stuff. I am having weekly drawings during June for a possibility of winning a personal recorded reading from me. This video talks about the May winners, but in the last half of the video talks about how to get into the weekly June drawings. We've had two more to go, so you still have a chance if you want to check that out. Check out that video. Also, of course, we entered Cancer season a couple days ago. So happy birthday, all you Cancer sun babies. This will be the last of the sun videos that I'm doing. And then also we have the solstice, of course, started. Here's the last of the solstice readings that I'll be doing this year too. Both of those are all free. And it just gives you additional information from spirit, both in readings and other things. But I've been doing them for about 6 months, and spirit was like, all right, we're time to balance. I'm going to start a weekly podcast called The Easier Path with bruddaZEN. And that will be coming out sometime here in the next few weeks, I believe. And that's where we're going to focus our energy instead of all these other readings and doing all these other videos. Not a lot of people watch them. And so I am moving into something I feel will be more helpful for everyone, which is how to make our human path easier, right? We could all use that. So I'm excited to see what comes through. Anyway, I think that's all the blah, blah, blah. I think if there's any more blah, 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 I'll mention it. I do try to, and then I talk some more. That's always funny. I will, after each of my streams, I do post a pinned comment listing the readings I completed during the session with timestamps. I know, very exciting, right? And I'm glad a lot of you have mentioned it's helpful, so thank you for that. And then, so all you have to do is click on the timestamp. It'll take you right to your reading. Whatever I don't finish in the 2 hours that I'm on here, after I go spend about an hour and a half with my Praying Mantis members, I will come back on and finish out all readings from today. So if I don't get to you in this session, I will get to you in the second one. What else? What else? What else? That's it. Now I think that's it. I'm going to be using the Naked Heart Tarot today. It's a beautiful deck by Jillian Wilder. That's that. If you're interested, you can check it. I love the artistry. It's just so, isn't it? So it's just so cute, so crisp and clear and simple, but really beautiful too. All right. So we will start with donations. Will be up first. So let me give you the skinny on where we're at with those, just so you kind of know. So we'll start off with Sun and Moon, and then we'll move to Sudeshna Ghosh, and then Siri Amanda, and then Moonlight times 2, and then to Maria P. I just got your PayPal come through. So thank you guys for all that. And that's where we'll start. So Sun and Moon. Let's grab your timestamp here. Let me move my coffee over so I don't spill it. As you know, I get excited. My arms start flying around when I start reading, and then it's all she wrote. All right, let's give that a love and a like there, Sun and Moon. So good afternoon, Private Eye, PIBZ. That always cracks me up. So a reading on BD. When will you have an opportunity to connect via phone next? And then in person, and also the outcome of when you meet in person. Please be nosy, nosy, nosy. Yeah, you know. Someone said, your reputation precedes you, bruddaZEN. You get nosy and things. And I go, I do. So let's take a look. So when will you have an opportunity to connect via phone, right? Then in person. And then what is the result when we meet in person? Dun, dun, dun. So, itch. I said itch, my nose, itch. Just to make sure people are like, what did he just say? And I'm like, no, I didn't say any bad words. All right. Sorry, on Sundays I'm a little more giddy because I've been doing readings for many hours. And so I'm a bit high on spirit on Sundays. So you guys have to bear with me. And I know you do. So bottom of the deck here, Sun and Moon, you have the 5 of Cups. There is this movement of emotion from lower vibration to higher vibration. And I like that. Transformational timing. They are bringing in, there's a lot of emotional energy going on right now with Jupiter moving into Cancer. Jupiter is the expander planet. Cancer, of course, is ruled by the moon. And so Cancer energy is emotional energy. So expanding of emotion, that happened at the beginning of last week. Then on the middle of the week, we had Sagittarius, who's ruled by Jupiter. So again, expansive energy for a full moon, more of that same energy amplified, right? And then, what do you know? The next day, the sun moves into Cancer. So all of this, if you guys are feeling like emotion going like, because a lot of you are empathic, of course, and if it's already been an emotionally expansive year, but with all these planets all doing that, you probably are either feeling like bliss and ecstasy and unconditional love, or feeling like, what the hell is going on, right? So be aware of all that emotional energy and this emotional stuff that's going on. I feel like they just want you to know that there's a lot of emotional astrological energy that is popping on around in life. All right, so when are you going to be able to talk on the phone next? Well, power of choice energy here. Again, Cancer moon energy. You can't make that up. That's what's behind the Chariot card. So there is a bit about choice. And I mean, there's just so many possibilities and so many openings right now. I just see all these possibilities, but let's dive into this energy, because I feel like you get to choose. So you could like call him, right? You can text him right now, and you could text him, right? But you're like, no, when are they going to text me next? If I don't text them and I don't reach out to them, because that's always your choice, is not waiting, but you reaching out to them. you get to initiate it. It's all choice. There's so much that's out there. But if you don't reach out to them, let me sit with and see when would they reach out to you. I don't I was about to say, I don't know why. I don't know why do I feel it's like, well, spirit, of course. But I feel like the holiday weekend of 4th of July, this 5 is really jumping out on the 5 of cups. So I'm feeling like it's either 5 days, but I feel like more July 5th, which would be what, a Saturday. So I feel like that is kind of the energy that's coming in with that. The next time that you guys are able to meet in person, we have the 10 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords. So August is really standing out for me with the 8 of Swords. October feels too far away, but the 10 of Pentacles is abundance and relationship type energy, the fullness of the external world. And this is based on current energies when we're looking at the future, right? So, of course, things change and fluctuate all the time. And it is interesting. The energy I'm picking up with the sun and moon is they have so much fluctuation. It's almost like I have to go, there it is, and stop because it's like their days feel so fluid. Like I'm like, is there solidness to your day? I just feel like they're just I don't know if they have ADHD or their life is just so chaotic because of what they do and where they live and where they're at. It just feels like constant change and constant activity to go, there it is, and put that, on there. It's like it just feels hard to do, to pinpoint it because it's like, all right, then you let go and then here it goes again, it changing again. You're like, well, how can you predict with this life of constant, and that makes sense with this chariot card of all the choices that they're changing and changing and changing and changing. I feel like some of it has to do with their personality, but the personalities roll out into their life, and their life is also very kind of chaotic, at least right now. Let's see what it's like when you guys do get together. So basically, right now, I feel like August is when you guys get together here, um, physically in the physical world. And 10 of Cups, great amount of joy and celebration, a lot of emotional. It wasn't Wands. You have the 8 of Cups, which is about letting go of old emotions that don't serve and relationships with people that don't serve. I feel like there's a lot of decisions made when you guys meet of who you're going to ixnay out of your life and who you don't. And the High Priestess. So there is some alone time. Well, but it feels like more pocketed away. Like usually the High Priestess goes to her High Priestess temple, um, you know, um, by herself. But this feels like that you guys are away from everyone. It's not like so much a lot of public togetherness. It's more you guys want to be alone and private, um, away from things. If you're going to like a lake, it doesn't have to be like, I want to be alone with you in a room. It's not like all of that, which we'll see if there's more of that here. But what I'm feeling like is like, let's go to by a lake where there's no one around, or let's go for a drive where it's just the two of us. But I feel like this is very pocketed away kind of energy that's that's here. Uh, and with the high priestess energy, that was the other thing they were bringing up. I was like, what? There was something else like this. Oh, that's right. Thank you. uh, revealing of things positively. I don't feel like there's any um, bad things. It's just being honest and revealing of secrets, revealing of things that's there. Yeah. You minx you. Okay, so let's see what else is here. That was we have 3, 2, 1, so there's a little bit of a a countdown to something here. You do have the Judgment card. It's a lot of clarity. It's the calling card. It's like, what what do we really want? So I feel like there's a lot of sharing of truths and honesty of what we both really want, kind of energy. Three of Cups, joy, more joy, joy, happiness, joy, and that's good. That's I like that those cards came out together because, of course, that always brings up that question, right? Well, we sharing what I really want. Oh God, so what does that mean, right? Well, joy. So it's not like, oh, that's what you want. It's like, really, that's what you want, kind of energy. So I like that. And then the Spirit of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. And of course, with that, it's Taurus energy. You can see the little, maybe you can't see it there, but there it is. You can see it kind of. See the Taurus symbol. I know it doesn't automatic focus on this camera, but there is this sensuality that comes with the Queen of Pentacles. So, all right, there's a little bit of that going on there. Will you travel locally to have someone on time? Yeah, much needed time, right? Um, so I do like this energy because it's very nurturing. The Queen of Pentacles is very Taurus, grounding energy. That was the other thing. Taurus is senses. That's why it's sensual, because it's this the eyes and the ears and the nose and the taste and mouth and touch. Aha, of course. So, um, so I like that. It seems very, very happy, very revealing, very truth saying here. Sorry, I'm crunching on my cough drop. All right. I'll give you a quick clarification here on this. Will you travel locally? Loco, lead like crazily. Loco. Let's see here. Yeah, Four of Wands. Another joy and a gathering at a joyful place. So I do feel like that you will. I feel like you guys will go somewhere nearby. I don't feel like it would be more like driving, and that makes sense with the driving that I saw. It's more driving somewhere than flying somewhere. And what they're showing to me in my head, this doesn't mean this is what you guys are doing, but there is this uh like Napa Valley is what they're showing me, and I don't even know if it's Napa Valley, but that's what I heard. And then it's like driving, going to, you know, wine country and doing wine, a little wine tasting, or a little where they have snacks and different things. It just feels like it's getting away from hustle and bustle, out into country, and that's what they were showing me just with all that. I've never been to all that there. The truth that'll be discussed will be about how I feel, what I would like with the future with you, um, things that have happened in the past, and like the bearing of fears and concerns, and wanting to know how you feel, each of you feel about things. And it's like, whoa, we've gone deep into burying our soul kind of energy. Maybe it's after the wine tasting. Well, let me tell you everything, That's my drunk imitation. But it's more of that, kind of energy of like, wow, really? It's just like I'm just um they just want truth. They're just in I feel like both of you, but I feel like they are in then just this energy of, I gotta I just need truth. I need truth and honesty, vulnerability, and burying the soul. And you're like, are you okay? But it's what they want. Probably because what they've been through in other situations is all these secrets and, finding out stuff and going, why didn't they tell me? And, cheers to have a glass of wine, right? Yeah, you're like, here, have another bottle. So I kind of feel like that. Let's see what your fortune cookie is. Just for everyone, when you have a donation reading, you get a fortune cookie. Today we're moving into the absolute affirmations deck here, and let's see what these are. Let's see what your fortune cookie says. All right, that must be it. Let's see what we have. Wow, 1111. I recognize synchronicities. The universe is speaking to you, so pay attention. Patterns, coincidences, and serendipity are all signs of recognition, motivation, and support that you are making progress on your life path. So I like that. Do you like the unlocked phone? Are you going to go through their phone while they're in the shower? Don't do it. Don't do it. All right. So that's what they have for you, Sun and Moon. Thank you again for your donation and many blessings to you. All right. Excuse me. Let me take a sip here. All righty. So, Sudeshna Ghosh, you are up. I'm going to put you at 27 even here. Boom. There we go. That'll be your first one. I do see that you had some other ones. We'll eventually circle back around for those. Let's give you a love and a like for this one. And so this one is, how will the month of July be for you? Love, career, and health. All right, let's take a look. So tell us, what would you like Sudeshna to know about the month of July? Around love. Okay. And then career. I just want that top one. And then, health. We'll say money, but that kind of, comes in there. So the month of July, underneath the deck, we have the Sage, which is the Hierophant. It's the number 5. Don't you love these cards? Which the Hierophant, and this is about, it's what's really standing out. 5 is the number of change, and being the Hierophant, the major arcana number 5, there is some significant, I would say, changes, but it's based on revelations of seeing things from a higher perspective. So it's seeing clarity really coming in the month of July here for you. Sorry if I keep on rubbing my nose. We have like high grass pollens today. That's the last few days. So I'm not casting a spell on you with like a witchy nose or anything. It's just itchy. All right. So first of all, let's look at love for July for you. You have the 8 of Cups. Yeah, I see that here. And then the Star card too. Star card is about, in this particular area, this is about balance, but preparing for like a dream come true love. And that's always nice, right? But the 8 of Cups is, like, July is about you looking at your emotional energy. We might have talked about this already. If I do, my apologies, but Spirit is bringing it up again because it's an important thing for July for you since you're asking, which is, an emotional inventory. Where am I investing my emotional energy? 2 places we look. One, what relationships with people am I investing energy in? And that doesn't have to be just like lovers or romance or whatever. This is about friends and family and exes and people at work and whatever. Where am I investing my emotional energy in relationships? Am I, being overgivers that we are, right? I'm giving 70, 80, 90%. I'm the one keeping some of these relationships alive. I'm the life support system for some of these relationships. So I look at it and go, am I giving 70, 80, 90, um, percent, and the other person's giving 10, 20, 30% of the emotional energy consistently, right? Relationships of all kinds are healthy when they're fluctuating. Some days I can only give 10 and they give 90. Other days I give 90 and they give 10. That's healthy because we're constantly changing. But if I'm the one giving 90% all the time, then I might look at backing off to 50%. And if they don't make up the difference, the friendship or relationship, whatever, drifts away, then I can take back all of that. Or some of them might be like, no, they're gone. And we don't have to, like, send them a cancel notice. I'm not going to be involved with you anymore. It's just like, I'm just going to stop investing emotional energy and bring that back to me, fill up my emotional bank. Because in preparing for this dream come true kind of love, if we have a low, almost bankrupt emotional bank because we're giving out so much, our heart goes, I don't have anything to give anyone else. I'm not going to allow anyone to come close, right? So this is important for us to build up our emotional bank when we're looking for wanting a loving relationship. We got to go, I only have so much emotion to give. The other part of it, because I said there's two ways, right? The one is relationship. The other is whatever emotions you've pushed down when you were younger, 7 years old and younger. And usually that is, you know, we express ourselves as children and through happiness and smiling and laughing, crying, or anger and throwing a tantrum. Now, only one of those usually adults appreciate, which is the laughing, happy child, right? Otherwise, emotionally, they don't want us to be sad and crying. Stop your crying, I'll give you something to cry about. We heard that a lot in my generation. And then also, if you don't stop that anger, I'm going to go to your room and calm down, or I'm going to take you outside and give you a whooping, you know. So we're taught to suppress and push down those emotions. Well, it takes energy to keep that charged emotion down. So as we transmute and allow our inner child to flow through those emotions, because now we allow it as the adult, eh, reparenting our inner child, going, yes, you can express your emotion, cry it out. And then that emotion is released. I don't have to push it down anymore. I get that emotion back too in my bank. So I feel like that's about love for July. It's preparing you. So this is prep time for that. Career in July, you'd have the Seven of Wands. It is a time for you to stand up, be yourself, not dim your light, shine. So it's a good month to shine. Um, yeah, you got a lot of balancing energy here in July with temperance, which is patience and balance. You have the Two of Pentacles, balance in your outside world. And even the Six of Cups is a balanced emotional energy on either side. So it feels like things are kind of, not up, up, up or down, down, down. They kind of just feel very balanced for July, but you do have an opportunity to shine during this time too. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, you have the Nine of Pentacles, which is really this uh, nine is like a hermit's journey. Nine of Pentacles, I don't know. You might feel like you're kind of pocketed away for a little bit with this innocence of swords as you gain some clarity. You might even have some training. Um, but it is a lot of, feels like July for career wise, you kind of feel like I'm really to myself, focusing a lot here with this Page of Swords on gaining more knowledge, gaining more clarity. So I don't know if you're taking a class or learning something new, but it feels very much like you're work wise and career wise, you're kind of to yourself and getting down to the, uh, I just feel like enlightening yourself, learning a lot. So hopefully that makes sense. Health-wise, now, of course, when anyone asks about health, I just have to say there's a disclaimer in the description box of the video. I'm not a licensed medical professional. Tarots, of course, designed for fun and for entertainment purposes. So with health, everyone always consult a professional, and everyone gets to make their own decisions. bruddaZEN does take no liability in anyone else's decisions. All right, so let's see what the cards say. Yeah, the Five of Swords. A little bit of conflict with health. Let's see what comes in here. But the Ten of Cups is joy and emotional celebration. So it does feel like whatever this conflict is regarding health, there is some good news and some working out of things. Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles, putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears, and putting the attention into your physical health, you do see the reward of it as well. So whatever you get, whatever's going on with health and health concerns, do the work, you get the reward, and then you do get the joy with that too. So I like that for you. And I feel like that's what they have. We'll grab you a fortune cookie for this one. We will circle back around for the others here. Just put these cards back in. I like put them in different places. So we're getting more, not all the cards coming out together over and over and over and over and over again. It's like it's a true shuffle. All right. All right. So, oh, fortune cookie. Hello. There we go. Yeah, I like this. This is like that Seven of Wands about, especially in career, you make a difference. You make a positive impact. This is a bright light bulb. It says you have the power to positively change someone's day, week, or life with a small gesture. Be mindful in your interactions with others and spread love and light. You are a beacon of happiness that illuminates the path of um, those around you, sorry, near and far. So I like that. You're being a bright light at work. So standing out doesn't have to be like regarding accomplishments at work either, which I feel like there is some of that in July, but I feel like it's more your attitude that stands out and how you treat others is what really stands out for you there. So I like that. All right. So that is what they have for that one for you. We'll circle back around, of course, here in a moment for your others. All right. Then we have Surrey Amanda. You are up. Did I put your, have I been putting these out here? Have I been failing? Let me take a look here. Well, I did Sun and Moon. Did I do? Oh, I did do Sadeshna. Okay, so I'm not totally failing in my duties. Let's put here. So here is your Siri Amanda, your timestamp. And for everyone else, just I do put timestamps in a pinned comment when I'm done with each stream. So we have them there too. All right, so Survey, you want to know, did you win a big prize money on a ticket that you lost? Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. So did you win a big prize money on a ticket that you lost? Let's see here. With the two of one, you have the two of wands and the chariot card here. It doesn't feel like it here because these power of choice cards that are coming in feels like it's like, no, you have a second chance at winning if you go, get a new ticket. So it doesn't feel like there's anything lost with this. Let's see what else they have here too. Yeah. We have the Naked Heart, which is a unique card to this deck, which is follow your heart. 10 of Wands. Um, I almost feel like there's this energy of, look at where you're investing your energy and your resources. They're like, um, that you don't need to get another ticket, you didn't win anything from that one, but there's a better use of your energy, um, following your dreams kind of energy. And we'll see what else we have here too. Yeah, you got the Four of Cups with the Devil card and the Ace of Wands. Yeah, so here we've got the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, the power of your energy. Um, which what's interesting, and I used to play like lottery and Powerball and all this all the time, until I read a book by Margaret Lynch called "Tapping into Wealth." It's like this kind of tapping. You can do tapping, and one of the things that came up was buying, like, going and trying to find lottery tickets is an energy of lack. And I'm like, "Oh, what?" I thought it was giving the creator an opportunity to bless me, but when you look at it, go, "Why are you looking for a lottery ticket?" And I'm like, "Well, because I want to have, like, it would be great to have all this money and not have to worry about finances ever again." And then when you say it out loud, you're like, "Do I need to worry about finances anyway?" And it's like, we like that security. We want this security. And this is what I feel like with this 10 of Wands and the Naked Heart is coming back to where I'm focusing my energy instead of it is lack energy. I don't have enough, so I need more lack energy. So I push it away. When I come back and I release all that, then I just sit in this gratitude of this moment, knowing I have everything I need right now. And I can trust the creator is going to bring it in for me. And that's what I feel like with all this energy. It's like releasing old thoughts around attachment I have to what money means. Because, I mean, the financial system could fall apart tomorrow and money could mean nothing. And then where am I at, right? It's like, well, if I come back to gratitude and trust and build my trusting relationship with creator, then um, I won't have the anxiety like I would if I'm depending on money to be my security. Instead, creator, universe, source, whatever you call your higher, powerful, loving source that's there, they are the ones that bring us our sustenance in each moment. So I feel like there's a little extra message that they just wanted to, not just give you a no answer. They wanted to really get to the root, and that you don't need to worry about losing the ticket because you didn't miss anything from it. But do you need to buy another ticket? If it's for fun and there's no attachment to it, sure, have fun, play. But it's the intent. And if my energy is about lack, then I'm going to push away winning anyway. But if I'm in gratitude and in this place, if I happen to buy a Powerball ticket, whatever, it does it. But it's the energy is different now than when it was like, I've got to do this to get me out of all this stuff in life so I could live my dream. And again, that 10 of Wands with the heart is what's keeping me from living my dream? Do I need finances to live my dream? No, I don't. That's a belief that's a lie. All right. So hopefully that helps, Siri. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. Shanji, you heard of that book? Hey, Shanji. Shout out to all of my YouTube channel members. Yeah, it's a good book. I highly recommend it because it's not just at first it's like tapping into wealth. You're like, oh, I'm going to do this to get rich quick. And it's like, no, it takes you into belief systems and allows you to connect with your inner child around wealth and worth is really at the core of it. And it was she's so funny too. If you buy the book, there's little links to videos and she does things and she is hilarious. I love her. So um, I highly recommend it. Hey, Kathleen. Yeah, and for anyone new coming in, I'm on for about another hour and 15 minutes. You guys, if I work on donations, prioritize those first. If I don't get to any free readings in this session after I go spend an hour and a half, 2 hours with my Praying Mantis members, I do come back and complete out everything. So the list is endless, at least this point in my life. So you guys, put your question out. If I don't get it in this one, I get it in the next one. And also, when I'm done with the stream, I put everyone's name that I complete in that stream with timestamps. So you can just click on it and it'll take it right to your reading too. So if you want to put your question out, and if you want to hang around and listen to other readings, more than welcome to do that. I know I learned so much through everyone else's readings. But if you need to go live life and then come back later after the stream and go, oh, there I am, and listen to it, you can do that too. So That's how it works. So thanks for asking that, Kathleen. All right. Cool, cool. I love it. All right. So I have a couple more. Moonlight, I will do two, and then Maria, and then I have other donations. I'll let you guys know where we're at on that. But where we're at right now, I do have Moonlight for two, and then Maria P via PayPal. Sean J did get your Cash App, so I did get those as well. All right, so Moonlight, you are up. Let's grab your timestamp here. Times two. There we go. So thank you so much for your dual donations. First on your first sticker. Snap. All right. So thank you for that first donation. How did Andre feel about you taking D to the airport today? All right. Andre's feelings. Let's see here. All right. What do we got going on here? Do they have feelings? I'm just kidding. Do they express feelings? Well, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Devil card, which is Saturn, Capricorn energy. Big thinking energy. That's why I'm like, they're big thinkers. Maybe we'll find out, in addition to how they felt, what did they think about it? Because it seems like they would more think about it than feel about it, which is funny. But we'll take a look here. We have the Two of Wands. And then kind of went back and forth here with their energy. Let's see what's below the surface on that. Yeah, the Magician. The Magician and the Two of Wands is very much about managing their energy, managing what they focus on, how they focus on things. I can almost hear him like saying, I ain't got time for that. That's what I'm hearing. Like they're like, I don't have time for drama or whatever. It's like if they start to their energy, they just kind of um what do we want to say? Reroute their energies there. Hey, Moonlight. So let's see what else they have here. We have the Two of Pentacles. They have very balanced energy, at least today, with this situation. The Judgment card, seeing things from a higher perspective. I feel like they saw things like, very understandably, if that makes sense, if that's a word. 10 of Wands and the Star card. It's like they focus their energy on their dreams. Again, I don't have time for that. I'm going to invest energy in what's best for me, not in drama and different things. At least that's today. Yeah, the Tower card is like this underlying energy. They're like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens for me. I just feel like they've got this attitude, at least today. I don't know if this is what it's all the time, but regarding this situation, they're just like, whatever unfolds, unfolds. It's best. And this, right? Oh. So this is oh. Andre's not acting nice to people around him, being not so nice. He's only focused on money, not people. Well, yeah, and that makes sense with all this, right? Um, so they're that's our opinion that they're not acting nice. They're not treating people the way we think they should treat people. Um, but that makes sense with all of this. I ain't got time for all this stuff. I'm focusing on my dream. And if their dream is money and that's what it is, then that makes total sense with all of this because they're not feeling it's all here trying to achieve this. Reminds me of what one of my old bosses, they would say, you know, they were more mental focused. So they were like the senior manager. They told me that they were the battleship that takes us through the waters, and I'm the little tugboat that goes around and picks up everyone that fell off the ship. But that's what I feel about about all of this Capricorn energies. They're super focused on the drive and whatever bodies they leave in their wake. Other people can pick that up. I'm going this direction. So I don't feel like, because we're asking Andre's feelings, right? Because that's who we were focusing on. Let me go back up here. Yeah, how did Andre feel about you taking Didi to the airport? So yeah, it's not it makes sense, right? They're like, what feelings? They're all, "Psh, all right, you're gonna go do that. Whatever's not meant for me, I'm moving forward. Let's go." That lightning bolt, the tower. Yeah, what's not meant for me gets blown out of my life. Go, go, go. So I feel like that, kind of energy there. Let's see, what was the other question? Is it about D? If not, I can pull another card. Oh, that's about your mom. Let's see here. How many bodies left behind? Ah, very good. Hey, Olivier! Shout out to other my YouTube channel members. That sounds good, Shanji. Yeah, let me know what you feel about it. It's great. Plus, you learn a lot about tapping in the book too. If you don't know a lot about tapping, it was powerful. I talk about some things I learned in the book from time to time. So it's really good. Let's see here, just real quick, Moonlight. You wonder if you'll ever see D again? Let me just do a quick read here. Yeah, the Five of Cups. That's your sorrow. Yep. You have Page of Cups, which is heightened emotion, and Heart of Pentacles, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. I do feel like you will see D again with that Innocence of Cups, the Page of Cups. That's the heightened emotion. But something to look at is, where's the sadness, because sadness is rooted in fear, right? And so when it was a sad trip, it was a fearful trip to the airport, fearing I'll never see them again in this lifetime. What fear is there? And something to look at when you're nurturing your heart, going, boo boo heart, why are you so sad? What's going on? Let's talk about this. Let's transform this, right? All right. So that's that one for you. Oh, let's get your fortune cookie. We mustn't forget. Sorry, Amanda, I did not give you your fortune cookie. How rude. Maybe I will do that separate and give you a fortune. I'll give you a separate fortune cookie. Put a different timestamp in case you're not here. All right. So, Moonlight. Oh, I love that. I'm surrounded by positive energy. I like this for you because it feels like, with your experience, you felt like you're surrounded by a lot of negative energy, a lot of lower vibrational energy. So it says, create an environment for yourself that makes you feel strong and supported, which is what you're doing, right? Take time to personalize your space and find a place for each item, both at home and at work. By maintaining your physical space, you welcome in an atmosphere of uplifting energy in which you're able to foster happiness, resilience, and positive relationships. So, creating surrounding yourself with a positive energy in any way that you can help you out there. Yeah. Well, it doesn't have to be sad. The sadness there is, um, it's fear. Every moment is either lower vibration or higher vibration, right? So lower vibration is always rooted in a fear of some sort. And it's okay. We come down here. There's no wrong choice. But I just feel like with all this, they're saying, does it need to be sad? It's an opportunity to look at that belief. Oh, it's supposed to be sad when someone leaves, instead of, I can focus on all the wonderful gratitude of all the moments we've had together. And that brings higher vibrational energy instead of the sadsies. So, you know, I don't miss anyone, so I don't know what that is. That's something that I talk about all the time with friends. I'm like, people go, "I miss you," and I'm like, "All right, I love you too." And they're like, "You don't miss me?" And I go, "I don't miss anyone. I've never missed anyone since I was very young. I just haven't had that. Like, there's nothing missing from my life, so I don't miss anyone. Um, I more focus on, and it could be some ADHD because we focus on more the now and the moment rather than the past or the future. We kind of come into this, place here. So, it can be that too. But you don't have to look at it. I always say, I don't want anyone to miss out on feeling their hell or their sadness. So feel it. There's nothing wrong. No judgment for me. You enjoy feeling sad about it, enjoy it, to the fullest. I know whenever I feel sad, I watch movies, listen to music that makes me really enjoy my sadness, and then I'm done with it. So, so that anyway, all that's from spirit. Um, enjoy. All right, let's do your other one, Moonlight, real quick. Not real quick here, but and then Suri. I will return back to do your fortune cookie here. All right. So thank you. I like this. I love your stickers you use, Moonlight. They're just so hilarious. So thank you for your additional donation. You wonder how your mom feels about her husband and if they'll get a divorce. Uh-oh. Let's find out here. Do we want to know how her husband feels about her? All right. So how does she feel about him? Yeah, we're gonna pull cards. How does he feel about her? And then what's the current outcome based on current energies? All right. Nope, just those. Okay. All right. Well, we do have the Two of Cups on the bottom. So it is an important relationship here, which is interesting, right? Right? So there is this interesting, I don't know, with this Two of Cups. Uh, well, we'll see what comes in here about will they divorce or not. I just feel like there is this there. What's okay? I can't even talk because they're flooding me with so much. Okay, hold up, pause. They're reminding me of a lot of these relationships when I connect to you know parents who have passed on the other side, and there's a lot of these like over I don't want to say overbearing, but I'm going to say overbearing because that's what they're telling me. Like it's perceived as someone when they were a character here, they were an overbearing personality. Like it was like mom was the one that was loud and getting all of them. They had a silent father, and that they're bringing back all these situations, and that kind of feels like yeah, that's the way it worked. They always, I know a bunch of relationships where there's someone that's like the extrovert, the big, loud, aggressive, fiery one, and then the silent, quiet one. And um and they don't some relationships are like you know, they help pull each other toward the middle. Some of them don't. There's this fine line of like, this is you and this is me. And this relationship works for her husband, that's coming in here. So, yeah, there you go. So that's why I feel like they're like, that's okay. If I'm a quiet introvert, I want them to do all the talking, and I'm okay being back here and being the loving one. Again, what is this with the battle carrier and then the tugboat that goes around and picks up the bodies that fell off the boat, right? So that's kind of that scenario again, right? Interesting. All right, let's see. How does your mom feel about the husband? Well, look at that. I mean, she's got joy, joy and celebration. Four of Wands, joy. You know, in the heart of hearts, she does enjoy being with them because of that. And I feel like it's like, yeah, they let me be this. I can be myself. They put up with me. in my actions or whatever, and they feel like it works. Isn't that interesting? Let's see what your dad feels of them. Yeah, yeah. I like it. The Magician and the Five of Swords. What's interesting with this Five of Swords is like a card of conflict and arguments. The Magician card is holding the power. And what's interesting, because they're bringing me back what I used to tell when I worked in corporate life and I managed like escalated call lines and different things like that. I would teach my representatives who, um, um, would take the escalated calls. I go, one of the biggest things why people escalate is because they want to feel in control. A customer calling in and you will do this and blah 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 because they're in fear. They want to feel in control. Um, but we would always hire, it's like our personalities, we hire people that are very motivated, da, 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 that want to be in control. So if you have someone who wants to be in control with someone who wants to be in control, right? That's where escalations happen and why they end up in going above to our group. But what I taught him is allow the other person to feel in control. Um, and then the walls come down and you can communicate. They're like, that's manipulation. I can know it's communication. But knowing, I go, what I'm going to do is help you manipulate your controller inside of you, which is what um, your mom's husband does. Is that like stepfather? They know that at any moment I could push buttons because I know the buttons to push, and I could escalate someone easy. You know, I know the buttons to push that will piss people off, you know, but I choose not to, and that's when I feel in control. That's how they work. They know, you know what? You know, I could go watch. You want to see her get mad? They can go do something and watch her blow up. But they're like, but I know. And that's how they are okay with this relationship is because they know. They're like, I'm the one that's really in control, even though they think they are, because they don't have the self-control to control their emotions like your stepfather or your mom's husband has. So he's very empathetic, empathic, loving person, and they wouldn't do all that, but they know that's where that confidence comes in, is because they know they could at any moment. Poke. Will they get divorced? No, no. The 6 of Wands is victory. It's a balanced energy with them. And also the 5 of Pentacles is they're like, no, it has to do with worth and money. Like we're better together. And they've been together forever. So I feel like there's security in the physical world together too. We've got too much together. We'd lose too much, and it's just easier to stay together as well. You know, money, financial wise, and I don't feel like it's worth wise so much as money related. So that's funny. I love it. I love your I couldn't call him stepfather. Your stepfather's funny. I like him. I like his energy. All right. And your mom, she's, when you when you look at the young little child of who your mom is, she had a rough life. She's the way she is for a reason, you know. So, you know, you were afraid so. But so here you go. You're I embrace my healing abilities. Do you like this? I love these cards. You are a divine being and you already possess all the tools necessary to heal your body and your mind innately. Others can assist you with this process, but ultimately the power is in your hands. Take the time to identify any emotional wounds and honor your healing process. Start from within. So this, you know, the and if you look at both of your readings too, right? These the anger you have inside about these angry people, right? Which really, when we get to the root of it, the fear I have towards these fearing people, both both battleships, any battleships in your life, and you might see this of all these people that act this way. My fear, my inner child ignites fear around these people. I don't like the way they act because my inner child was hurt by these characters. And so there is some that inner child healing that can happen here. And all these things are popping up, these emotions popping up for us to release us because they're running on autopilot below the surface. They've been impacting you all these years since they happened when you were a child. They've been down there impacting us. And so they come up to it for us so that we can transform them instead of it's like all those pieces of glass in our shoe that have been cutting our feet. It's time to take off the shoe and remove the glass so that we can have that, right? Yeah. Well, there's fear there. There's this, at least that's what spirit is bringing up for me. There's like this pit in my stomach when you interact with your mom and with this other individual. There's like this pit down here that's just like, ugh. And that's fear, which can express itself as anger or control, trying to control other people. You need to act the way I want you to because I feel unsafe around you when you act that way. Right. So, anyway, so that's what they have for those for you, Moonlight. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donations. I greatly appreciate those. All right. And then Maria P, you are up. Let's grab your timestamp for this here. All right. Make some more space here. All right, let's bring up your PayPal. So thank you for your donation via the PayPal. Doesn't sound as much when I say CashApp. All right. So Maria, let's see what's going on in the days of our lives today, the Sunday brunch edition. So he was drinking yesterday. Didn't I say that? I'm like, he must be drinking because he's like in deep thought and reflective mode. All right. So what are his feelings and thoughts towards you today? Thank you. All right. And then you talked late yesterday, his thoughts about your late night talk. All right. And then what was he up to this morning? How many times will you see him this week? Okay. Updates on the dark side. And then he seems stressed today, right? Okay. So thoughts and feelings towards you. Yep. So there is this fear, again, that tower card that like there's going to be a sudden lightning strike that takes you out of their life, like you choose to leave. And the high priestess is about you stepping away and being off and afraid of, I don't feel like so much secrets being revealed, but it feels like this fear of, um, there is the high priestess is about revealer of things. But there is this fear of them. Their thoughts and feelings are with what has been revealed, maybe more so. And there's always a little bit things that, people kind of keep to themselves too. But I feel like there's nothing big just to put your mind at ease because I know already you're going, oh my God, was he hiding from me? Bzz, bzz, bzz. Off you go. Come back. Come back, Maria, come back. I feel like it's more so what has been revealed and what they shared. They still have this fear that um this because it's reoccurring to them and they're really processing it now, how they could have lost you out of their life. And they're really, and we talked about this yesterday, and I think the night before too, which they have that, it's you become such an important part of their life that they have that fear of losing you, which isn't bad. I know you're like, well, that ain't a bad thing. Keep that fear, buddy. But anyway, I feel like that's a big piece of how they're feeling and thinking today is they did a lot of thinking yesterday and they're just like, I want to do the things right to make sure this doesn't happen. And I feel like this is a big piece of why they kind of feel like they're in this kind of hermity energy, like the high priestess who goes up to her high priestess tower to get away from everything, to think things through and understand things. And I kind of feel like this is the energy they're in right now. What did he think about your late night talk last night? Yeah, the Four of Cups. They liked it. There's this emotional stability that is coming in here, leaning up against the glasses of wine. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think they drink wine. But there was this emotional stability, and I feel like it helped them with all their thinking. Um, like your conversation, your input put their emotions, helped stabilize these fearful emotions that they had here. What was he up to this morning? Recovering hangover. I'm just kidding. Nine of Swords. Yeah, it's the nightmare and insomnia energy, and the Ace of Wands. Feels very here. A lot of their mental thoughts and fears triggering a lot of this Ace of Wands energy. And he mentioned that he's stressed. I just feel like there's you know, um, a lot of fears popping up that ignited like fire and also so action. Like I gotta get going and doing things. And so they kind of get busy and make themselves busy and unavailable when they're in fear. It's like if I keep busy, and then I won't think about things. And I feel like that's kind of what they're going through this morning. We'll get an update here, like you said. Let's jump to the dark side here real quick. Um, yeah, trying to gain clarity, trying to see things from a different perspective, trying to balance out communication on the dark side there. What's stressing him out here? Yeah, his heart. I don't know. Does he have heart? I'm like, oh, I'm no doctor. But we have the Queen of Cups, a Heart of Cups, which is the Queen of Cups, which is a lot of emotion, and then the Naked Heart. This is one of the exclusive deck cards in this deck. It has an extra card, is what I'm trying to say, which is this card. But this is all about their hearts and their dreams and their emotions. So there is this battle between their heart and their mind that's going on here, and communication going on there in the dark side. So there's probably some arguments or some, you know, firing darts at each other. And so these fears activated and a lot of thinking. And but there is this battle going on between their head and their heart. What their heart wants, it's beautiful and it wants to live and it wants to be free, but the mind is restricting. So a lot of it's the battle between what they want to do, what they feel they have to do, and that feeling that cage and that's where a lot of the stress is coming from is the supposed to's versus what the heart wants, with all this here. How many times will you see them this week? I see two cards. One, Four of Pentacles, which is one at home, at your home, or, you know, not in the outside world. And then a Ten of Cups, a joyful type of event. I think, did we get that? it feels like feels like another. I think we pulled cards where there's one where you guys are like private together, and then the other one is about an outside event. I think the other reading we had is that the outside event might get pushed back, or was that today? I think that was this weekend actually. But you have an outside fun event too. So I feel like two times, one alone in the walls, and then the other with the 10 of cups is joy and celebration, and it feels more outward, doing something fun in the outside world. Feels a lot of joy that's flooding in with that. So I like that. And then let's see what your fortune cookie says here. And I'm sorry, I wasn't even paying attention. Are you here? No, you came in. Wasn't even looking at the chat. I got onto the readings. Okay, so let's see here what your fortune cookie says here. All right. This is your one here. And you have, there are enough hours in the day. So it says, set a goal to make the next 24 hours as productive as possible. Then get organized and execute. You can handle anything when properly prepared. The actions required to achieve your goals will be fueled by your plan for the day. So they're saying, get organized, but there are enough hours in the day for both you and your children and them and your life. But there is that energy of, making um, your life a priority. Making this is a good reminder of that. This is your life, and they get to be a part of your life. They get to be on your schedule, but they are not your schedule. So it's important for you to plan and do things independently outside of that too. Have your life that you're living, not making them your life. So if that resonates, that's what they have coming through. All right. And then let me do here. And so Surrey Amanda, I forgot your fortune cookie. I'm so sorry. So let me grab this, and then you do have a free reading, which we'll eventually circle back around for as well. But let's see what your fortune cookie is here. This was about the prize money and the ticket here. Wow, I like this. I practice forgiveness, peacefulness, this dove. Forgiveness is freeing. By forgiving yourself and others, you allow yourself to move forward with confidence and peace. Open up to all the love and joy you deserve by letting go of what no longer serves you. I like that. Letting go of what no longer serves you. Even Powerball, Lotto, like I was talking about, right? I let go what no longer served me because I thought it was going to solve something, but I released that. And there's stuff that's deeper than that too, of course. But so that's what they have for your fortune cookie there, Suri. So sorry. Let me put that up here just in case. All right, there we go. All right. So now let me take a look here. Thank you guys for your patience again in getting to all of the readings here. All right. Let me just check some time stamps here. All right. So up next, we will have Culture Envy. Hey. And then let me see here. Okay. Then we'll circle back around for Sudeshna. And then we've got Shanji for ×2. And then let me see. I think that's it for. Just make sure this isn't. No, that's not a donation. Okay. All right. Let me just put that there. Okay. So that's it for over there. And then we circle back to Sudeshna, and then back to Culture Envy. All right. And then we have a couple more from Sun and Moon. Just making the list here, letting you guys know as I go along. And this is where we're at on donations, I believe. Nope, we have some more down here. We circle back to Sudeshna. And then the Love 43. Hello, hello. Put that there. All right. And I think that is it. No, I am wrong. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all your donations. It's how I eat and pay for my cell phone. It's basically the expenses I have. So thank you so much. And then back to Sudeshna as well. All right. I think that's where we're at. All right. I probably won't get through everything of all these in the next 45 minutes. I'll be on for about probably 40 more minutes. So whatever I don't finish in this session, um, both donations and free readings, after I go spend about an hour, hour and a half with my Praying Mantis members, I'll probably get a little bite to eat. So I'll be back. I'll leave around 5 minutes to 1 p.m. Mountain Time, and I'll be back a couple hours later, and I'll finish out everything that day. And I always put a pinned comment with the readings I completed with timestamps so that you can find your reading easily. When I finish the stream, I put it, and then you can just click on it. It takes you right to your reading as well. Right. So thank you guys again so much for all the patience and getting to readings. I know I can dive deep into things, but spirit speaks and we just go with it. So thank you guys again for being here. I appreciate you. All right. Culture envy. Let's grab your timestamp here for your first one here. Good to see you. Let's put that on here. Boom. All right. So let's give that a love and a like here. And you want to know, is it in your best interests to sign a year lease? Because you're wondering if that's too long given the job changes that you're expecting. All right, let's take a look here. Good question. So based on current energy and what's unfolding in the future with jobs and everything else is a year. If you do a year, what's the energy? And if you do 6 months, right? Or month to month, nah. That's too expensive. Blah, right? All right. Let's see what we have here. A year. Yeah. Because, well, the card that jumps out first is the Three of Wands, which is a change of direction with that. So I feel like you're going, yeah, maybe a 6-month lease. We'll see what a 6-month lease brings in. Because there is being called with the Judgment card to something more towards your dream with the Nine of Cups. So I do feel like there's a change of direction. And so I feel like it's very wise of you to go, let's see what a 6-month lease comes in with here too. Yeah, I feel like here, interesting. We got the Heart of Wands, which is the Queen of Wands, very much listening to your gut, listening to your instinct. That's coming in here because we have the Seven of Swords and the Hanged Man. Seven of Swords is a card of letting some old ways of thinking go that would normally like steal opportunities from us and see things from a higher perspective regarding that. Let's see what's month to month. Yeah, you have the Six of Pentacles in month to month, which is I like it's all money, but they're going 6 months, 6 months. So I do feel like here 6 months feels more in alignment with that. Even the bottom of the deck, you have the Sage, the Hierophant, the Major Arcana number 5, which on one is seeing things from a higher perspective, but also the number of change, 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 change. So, which confirms your concern around job changes with that. So, I do feel like a 6 months, not a year, or even if they have like I don't know if there's anything different. Let's see. Are you here? Let me just scroll down here. I don't see there. But if there's something even, I feel like everything's pointing to 6 months lease. But if they have like a 3-month lease, that's not any different. 'Cause usually month to month is like, wow, more expensive. Because I like to get you into that, lock you into that steady income that they have coming in, right? So I do feel like that. Let's see what your fortune cookie says too here. Actually, I also have these the Clarity deck from Girls Gone, not Girls Gone Wild. Girls Gone Happy is the name of the company. I always think of Girls Gone Wild, but it's Girls Gone Happy. I like that. Let's see what they have here for your fortune cookie around this one. All right. Yeah, we got the sidekick, which says, "Who is waiting to help you here? What must shift in order to receive this help?" I do feel like here with that Queen of Wands, you can ask Spirit for clarity too. You're like, "Can you make it a no-brainer for me? Can you bring in information that just makes it like, all right, I really, have this uh, surety that this is what I want." And you can ask them, "Can you make this a no-brainer decision?" I feel like this information might help, but you can also ask of them to show it in, other things too. So I like that for you. Hopefully that helps culture envy. That's what they have for you there. So many blessings. Let me just, I need just to send a quick note to my host upstairs. All right. So sorry. I normally don't do that, but there's a package out there and it's like 100 degrees. No, it's not 100. It's warm outside. So I just wanted to grab that. So thank you. All right. So let me grab this here. So Sudeshna Ghosh, we are back to you. Let me put your timestamp here. So for this one, here's your timestamps as we're going along here. Whoop, come on. There it goes. So thank you for your additional donation. Let us get up to it here. There it is. So I'll give that a love and a like. And so you want to know, how will things go tomorrow on his birthday? And when can you meet next? Any chance of only the two of us meeting together? All right, let's take a look here. So first of all, based on current energies, how will things go tomorrow? Okay. I do want those two. When can you meet next after that? Okay. And would it be just the two of you meeting together? Okay, we'll take a look here. So, how does the birthday go here? All right. You know, the 5 of Cups with the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is a good card. That is about um, don't ask permission to shine. Don't dim your light. Just be you. Don't go in walking on eggshells. Just be yourself. Go and have fun. Don't go, well, I want this and I need this. Get out of your head. Just go have fun, right? I feel like is an important thing with the 7 of Wands, because the 5 of Cups is emotional choice card. It is, um, you can be emotionally conflicted when you go. And if you get into that, then you're going to be dimming your light. You're not going to be yourself. You're going to be acting weird. And it's like, don't do that, is kind of what they're saying, is like, be you. Just don't worry about all this emotion and sorrow and lower vibration emotion. Just choose gratitude and joy, and you will have that kind of experience. If there's no right or wrong, there's no judgment. If you choose to be fearful and afraid and any lower vibrational emotions, that's going to be your experience and it's going to show on you, right? And they're like, so what kind of experience do you want it to be tomorrow? with that power of choice that comes with the 5 of cups, you get to choose how you're gonna feel about it. Usually, they'll show someone standing there kinda crying and sad over the 3 spilt cups instead of the back where there's 2 cups behind him, which is the power of emotional choice, which tells us that there's no right or wrong emotional choice, there's just different choices with different outcomes and experiences, um, but it's a great message to realize that when I'm feeling something that I don't like feeling anymore, I always have another choice. So I'm not trapped and I must feel this way. I can feel any way I want. And if I don't like the way I'm feeling, it's like only having one channel on a TV, right? You're like, if that's all I have to watch, but no, you have a clicker, you can change whatever motion you want. You can change to whatever channel you want. So this gives you that ability to do that. So based on current energies, I just feel like it's up to you how you want to feel during it. Bottom of the deck, you have the 9 of cups, which is choose happiness, choose joy, 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 joy. If you want, but the power is in your hands. You even have the Heart of Wands, the Queen of Wands, which is you hold the magic wand of your experience. The outside world doesn't control you. You control your perception of the outside world, your stories, your emotion, your energy, your actions. And I love that. So whatever happens out here has no meaning until it gets in here. Then you have this emotional what was I was talking to my host this morning. I was like, "Yeah, our thoughts up when anything happens in the outside world, because there's a lot going on in the outside world." So we're talking about the stories that come in here going, "That's just happening." But when it gets in here, I assign a story, and then the emotional soundtrack starts playing for it, right? So I like that. So hopefully that helps. Um, oops, let me highlight here so I see where I'm at. There we go. And when can you meet next after that? You have the Emperor energy, the Sky Father. You have the 10 of Swords, which is letting go of expectations, and the 8 of Swords, letting go of these fears. Um, I like this because the Emperor tells you, when do you want to meet next? It's up to you. It's getting out of your head of the supposed to be, the should be, the need to be, the have to be. We talk about expectations, right? When I have those and I'm focusing on them, then I create the lack, I create the distance. But if I go about it going, you know what? I'm the one that rules over my life. So if I want to meet them, when do I want to meet them next? Get it? No expectations, but you can ask them, say, hey, um, can we, do you have any time this week? I'd love to get together and catch up. You can initiate it. You can do that. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Text me, call me tomorrow after I'm done with all this party because I got too much going on. But yeah, call me, text me tomorrow, and we'll plan. We'll make plans, right? It's you with the Emperor, you choosing the Aries energy, you initiating, you doing it. It's when we're waiting for someone to contact us. I want that someone to reach out. That's gonna be constantly fluctuating because their life is full of all this stuff, right? So I like this, them saying, "When do you want to meet them next? Step up, step in and ask," right? Any chance of you 2 meeting together? Just the 2 of you meeting together? The 7 of Pentacles is, um, of course, a patience card. Um, Eventually, yeah, you guys can just meet the 2 of you together. And I feel like that means, like, alone. This is probably like, "Hey, let's go grab coffee. Let's go grab a bite to eat." You're gonna be surrounded by people. But having patience and just going with the flow, um, and even, um, again, that coming back to that Emperor energy where it's like, um, if I just wanna talk with them and well, even just going for a walk somewhere, there's gonna be people around. But, I feel like eventually just the 2 of you away from everyone else in, like, apartment or something where there's no one else around. That's a little later, but, at least next is, I feel like you guys will get together in a public out in public would be the next one there. Let's see what your fortune cookie tells you here regarding this. Of course, this is based on current energies. If whatever happens tomorrow, whatever actions that you take and act on or don't act on um, can change things, but that's based on current energies. All right. I am yeah, look, I love this. You're an active participant in your life. Look, you get a participant ribbon. Play an active role in your life. I like just stopping there to start because that's what we were talking about. I am not at the whim of other people. I'm taking, if I want something, I'm going to ask for it. What's the worst that could happen? People go, no, I don't want to get together with you. All right, well, that's good. I'm going to spend my energy getting together with people who do want to be with me and hang out with me. I like that. But it says play an active role in your life by accepting that while you can't control everything that happens, I'm going to say to you, but around you, you always have control over your decisions and choices. Take pride in your ability to facilitate change and own your responses to every experience, both the perceived good and the perceived bad. So I like that. Reinforced there. All right. So that is what we have for that one, Sudeshna. Oh, one of the spilt cups in the Five of Cups is poison. So you're not missing anyway. Ah, that's interesting. I never heard that one before. I like that. Is that represent unforgiveness? Drinking the poison that we think is going to hurt someone else. Look, this is gonna. Oh, why do I feel sick? All right. So, Shanji, you're actually up. Let's grab your timestamp here. And this is for two. Times two. I'll put that there. All right. Oh, one spills green. Ooh. There was that envy. That's interesting. Always learning something new. I love it. All right. So, Sean G, thank you for your dual donations via the CashApp. So, the first one here says for guidance for the week. Let me just make sure there's nothing else that you mentioned up here. You donate through CashApp. Okay. All right, very good. And then the other one will be your free reading, which will come around later. About mama, maybe. We'll see what your second question is. All right, let's focus in on here. Guidance for the week first. Yeah, I hope you enjoy that book. It was very revealing. Like I talk about sometimes how my I remembered a situation of an Easter egg hunt with we went to my dad's boss's house, and I was nailing it. I was my basket was full and overflowing. I ran out of yeah, yeah, I do have two. I do show two. Um but some of the kids didn't have any or hardly any in their basket, so my dad took my basket and re-hid a bunch of the eggs. So he like took half of the eggs I had gotten found and put them out there. And it was like, ooh, I didn't realize that there was this feeling of unworthiness and that I don't deserve to have a lot because my dad took when I had a lot, he didn't celebrate with me. He took half of what I had and gave it to everyone else, saying, you don't deserve all this, you only deserve this. Everyone else should have all that. And as a 3, 4-year-old, you don't know any better. You just, oh, that there's this belief that went down into the system there, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you've got 6 cards coming in here for your guidance for the week. And the bottom of the deck, you do have movement of swords. So there is a lot of clarity that comes in for you over this next week. Um, So there'd be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the other would be for Saturday. I guess they're only going to give you like 6 days. We're like, what about the other day? Well, Um, so for Monday, you do have the Four of Swords. There is this rest. There is this it is this peace of mind, but they rest on the Ace of Swords. They sleep on the Ace of Swords. And the three swords on the wall are, of course, expectations equal disappointment. And there is this Monday feels like a day of letting, well, with all this clarity, I feel like you're acknowledging some expectations that you have that you're like, why is that bothering me? So I feel like Monday is this is where the revelations and the awareness kicks in as you're really understanding. Okay, this is here's a trigger. Uh, I don't want to think about this anymore. It's like one of those that's just been like, mom, 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 mom. One of those like that's been saying, Sean, 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 what? It's something that's been like under your craw, as they say, for a long time. You're like, or like a pebble in your shoe that's been bugging you, and you're feeling like, all right, I had it. I'm sitting down. I'm taking off my shoe, taking out that pebble. Oh my gosh, it's in my sock. Taking off my sock, taking the pebble out, putting my sock on in the shoe. You're like, there's like relief that comes in with something on Monday. I like that. Tuesday, Five of Wands. Five of Wands, it does feel like there's some drama here that's flowing around you, but I do feel it's more of a storm that's raging outside of you, and you can be in the eye of the storm and not be impacted by it. And I like this. There's like Tuesday, the guidance they're giving you is don't get involved in it. You don't have to solve it because it's not something that involves you. It's going on around you, like between some different people, but you don't have to solve it. Like normally they'd be look to you to go, Sean, aren't you going to help us get along? And you're like, not today, Satan, not today. You guys get to have your own little fire. I got things to do. And I feel like it's, a good feeling of stepping back and realizing that you don't have to solve anyone else's drama. You can stay here in the center, the eye of the storm where it's calm, and grab some popcorn and just, oh, that's interesting. Okay. Have a little drink of soda, whatever. Put on your 3D glasses and going, wow, whoa. But I like that for you. It's like this very calming energy on Monday and Tuesday. I like that. Hump day, Wednesday. Yeah, joy, spirit. You got the Spirit of Swords and the Three of Cups, which is joy and celebration. And the Spirit of Swords, King of Swords. Because don't you teach? This feels schooly to me, just having joy in teaching, joy in learning, even. But it's about mental. It's a mental day of I just feel like school. I don't know if you have classes on Wednesday or something, but whatever this is around the mind and teaching or learning, there's this great amount of joy on Wednesday too. So what a great first 3 days. It's like, this is good. Do some little release on Monday, some, oh, how fun. So there you go. Beautiful, beautiful energy there. Oh, I love Grace Jones. So that's great. Uh, so I love that for you. That's Wednesday. It's a big culmination, um, full of a lot of joy. Thursday, you have the Spirit of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, an abundant. Thursday feels like an abundant type of day. Um, both, it could be money, it could be the big money maker day, could be a nice amount of finances, but it doesn't have to be finances, but it feels like that. But a great amount of abundance. It feels like Thursday is the day of fruitfulness. Friday, Ooh, look at this. Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. So Friday, I don't know if you're going out somewhere, if there's social activity, but there is Friday can be a day of passion, new passion with the Ace of Wands, new emotions. Oh, Thursday could be it. Boom, boom. I like that. Um, but it seems like Friday can be a new emotion, a new heart, a new spark in the heart, a new spark in the energy field, we'll call it. So Friday, you might have a new meeting of someone or at least something, feeling of freshness and new beginnings and a spark of heart and energy on Friday. And then Saturday, this balancing of things coming out here. Um, Court could be, I don't know if they have court on Saturdays, but the justice card, of course, can relate to that and contracts and but there's this great balance. And here comes this whole week of new awareness and clarity coming in. Here's the Ace of Swords with the Justice card, which is a great card of balancing of mental energy, seeing things from a higher perspective that allows you to cut away small t truths rooted in fear. So it feels like a good week. I like this for you. Nothing jumping out of concerns. So I like that. We'll get you a fortune cookie too. We'll look at your second one. But yeah, I feel like Thursday is a great day of um, at least news of abundance or abundance. So we like that. So let's take a look here. What's your fortune cookie for this one? All right. I like it. My feelings are valid. Check, check. Says acknowledge your emotions as they come to pass. Spend time with them and investigate where your feelings are coming from. Understand that you are not your emotions. They do not define who you are, and you have the power to both respect and then move beyond them. I like that. Feel the feels this week. Allow yourself to feel um, those as well. So I like that. All right. Okay. So your second one, for your second donation, you do say that you'll post it in chat. So this is about Mamacita, right? You're ready to stop talking to your mother. You wanted to ask the energy around that and how you should go about it. And are you correct in your thinking? Speaking of poison, you said that sounds like your mother. She treats us so nasty. That's why you want to cut ties. Uh, she told me she wants you to. Oh, she wants you to suffer. Wow. You know, I'm filtering a lot of stuff right now from my human. Okay, back to spirit. You know, what's sad is that, um, when people are when people are saying, "I want you to suffer," there's always three fingers pointing back at themselves. They're wanting to suffer, and they have been suffering all their life because and this is good. We'll pull cards here in a sec. Well, this is good for all of us, right? To realize that when people are doing stupid things, like we're perceiving, they're doing stupid things. They're doing unloving, compassionate things. It's not a mature human adult that does it because mature, emotionally mature, intelligent people do not do unloving, uncompassionate, stupid things. They don't. But what we're always surprised by, even the most mature, emotionally mature people, when our little inner child feels unsafe or out of control. That's why we're my cat today. we 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 knock out the adult, self of ours and push it out of it. Gets kind of like in a plane, like a fighter plane when they eject out, poof, there they go. And who's left in charge? Our little 2-year-old self and a pet hissing cat as their advisor. And they all they know is to hiss and attack, hiss and run away, or hiss and attack and then run away. And that's when we do stupid, unloving, uncompassionate things. When we're in fear, we do all sorts of stupid shit. That's what I that's my saying. When humans are in fear, we do stupid shit. And it's no other way to say it other than that. Look at our world. We're like, yeah, yes, yes, yes. Oh, and then yes, because there's three fingers. Oh yeah, you know, the things I have said when I'm in fear, eating crow, eating foot in mouth. Um, we've all been there, and if not, you will be there. So, it's understanding that every moment is either of higher vibration love or a cry out for it. And so, like your mother's actions, you know, even my dad's actions in my example, putting all those eggs back out, he was taught you can't do that when he was young somehow. So he was just regurgitating what he had learned, and that's how we do. We all humans always do the best we can in the moment with the awareness we have, the energy that's within us, and the environment that we're in. And if we had your mom's life growing up, we would be just as crazy as she is. We'd be reacting the way she is, not responding from a place of emotional maturity and a place of intelligence and unconditional love and compassion. We would be, you know, being that. All right. But let's grab some a sip of coffee real quick. And let's see here. So what else do they want you to know here around stopping talking to your mother? Okay. And then, so that's the energy around that. And then how could they recommend going about it? And are you correct in your thinking? From Spirit's standpoint, there's no correct, there's no wrong or right from Spirit's perspective. There's just different choices with different uh, experiences and different outcomes, right? So I'm just going to throw in uh, energy around if I don't do all that, then what? If you're thinking that if not that, what's another option besides murder? All right. So let's take a look here. um, what's the energy around you not stopping talking to your mom? Well, you have the Sun card, which Leo energy, inner child, yeah, and the Wheel of Fortune. So you can definitely see that there's a lot of benefit from doing that for you. Definitely would make life easier for you. 10 of Wands, the burden, the energy would change. This tens, endings and beginnings energy. And look, here's the 4 Wands. Maybe that's what you do on Monday. Bye. Peace of mind, right? There would be a change of energy. It would change from burden to harvest. And, even the Sun card, of course, is a very abundant card that comes in here. And so Spirit is, basically saying that there is a lot of benefit for your human's adventure that can come from this, right? How could you go around this, right? They don't have any shoulds either. They're like, well, if you're asking our advice, the most productive way for you to go about this is this. Yep, 9 of Cups. Focusing on your joy, 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 doing what you love. Focus on your dream. So this piece of it is like, it's not so much about, do I have to do anything? It's like, instead of focusing on stopping doing something, I'm just going to focus my energy on what I do want to do. So it's like, I don't have to stop. I'm just going to, like with that 10 of wands, I'm reallocating my energy to what I'm focusing on is my dream and this and this and this. I'm just not going to pay it any energy and time. And I'm going to focus, every moment you have energy to focus on, that's always flowing out of you. I'm going to focus on my joy and my dream, not in, so I'm not going to focus on not. I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm not even going to invest energy in it. I'm just switching my energy and going, and if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. But it's like, I'm not even going to make it something that I need to focus on. It's switching energy. That's interesting, right? High priestess. Yeah. Follow your intuition, step away, go into your high priestess tower, connect with spirit, look behind your veil, dig into your emotions. Because, oh, this is interesting. You can stop talking to your mother, but will she stop talking to you in here? Ugh, or in here, right? That goes back to this inner child, right? Yeah, you can stop any new communication with her, but it's um what's already there bouncing around until you um, communicate with your inner child and release those charged emotions and that charged energy. It's still running on autopilot. It's like having something on your computer that's running and you have it minimized. Even though you don't see it, it's still there. It's still taking up energy and electricity and processing speeds and everything else, right? So there's still work that needs to be done on here to stop the talking that's going on in here of her towards you. The regurgitating, the cycles that are running in there. So there's still that would have to be dealt with. It's not going to just be, I stopped talking with her and everything's solved, because it's not so much the in this moment what she says, it's the pain that happened when you were 7 years old and younger. That's just um, rippling out from that point. Another great book. I know you're like, "Another book?" But it's a great book. If, it's The Presence Process by Michael Brown. It's Presence by Michael Brown. And there's breathing in it, but I didn't do the breathing because at that point it was making me feel lightheaded as well. But reading the book, it helps us get into, again, more connection with our inner child and getting into transforming the charged emotions that are down there. So it's a great resource. I read it last couple years. And I did a lot of shadow work and I read that and I'm like, "Oh my god, there's still stuff down there? What is this?" Wow, okay, thank you. You know, um, so there is that, as well. And you have the Hermit card. So the High Priestess and the Hermit, both of that energy of, um, stepping away and communicating with spirit, and having your alone time is important. The Spirit of Wands too. King of Wands. Where are you focusing your energy is a lot with that. You deciding what you want, putting your plan together, clearing the throne room, and just realizing I get to choose my adventure. I get to choose my journey, right? Um, so that's the energy if you do that. But if not that, let's see what they if you don't do that, Seven of Pentacles, patience with that. Like you've been very patient, I know. The power of choice energy, and there's Cancer energy behind that, Mother Moon energy. Yeah, dealing with the heartache and the disappointments, and the Ten of Pentacles, which is focusing on the abundance of life. There is the being patient and you know, ma- making the learning the power of choice in the moment and um, choosing differently in the interactions instead of choosing stories and emotions and energy and actions that are connected to pain in regards to her, choosing higher vibrational ones over time. It would take a while with that, with the Seven of Pentacles. They're like, it is a long, hard road to be able to interact, and you could always do it in little snippets and realize, you know, um, what my mom is doing is a reflection of her pain. It's a little 2-year-old child crying out, and throwing tantrum and being angry, like a little I see a little girl crying and angry at the same time. You That's what I feel like her energy when she's doing saying these things. It's like a little child going, "I hate you. I wish you were dead." You know? And it's like, wow, do we how seriously do we take a little 2-year-old when they say that? Oh, boo doo boo doo boo 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 boo, Um, oh, mwah, But, as an adult, we expect more, right? But when we realize humans, when we go into those modes, we are that little child in the pet hissing cat. Hiya! But it's like, okay, you know. Something that really helped me, and I'm giving you all these tools, and this is for anyone that it resonates with, of course, but, Byron Katie, um, and let me just I'll throw it out here in the chat, but it's so Byron Katie, and her website is thework.com. Um, has a great judge your neighbor worksheet, which helped me a lot with my feelings and my perceptions and helped me understand what was going on inside of me that I was projecting and helped me understand how other people try to put things on us that they're projecting. And it just really brings a lot of awareness around what is true and what if I'm able to look at things differently and how things change when I can change a belief and see things differently. So I really, these are great tools for anyone. So, what have I said today? Tapping into Wealth by Margaret Lynch, The Presence Process by Michael Brown, and Byron Katie. She has a book called Loving What Is. But I love her. She has a YouTube channel, Byron Katie, and then her website is thework.com, which she offers a free. Uh, it's all that stuff she offers for free. The worksheet and how to use it, and I love watching her videos. Um, because they have people step through the video, their little judge your neighbor worksheets, and it's just like, wow, just the truth that comes through. It's amazing. Your fortune cookie is authenticity. I say what I mean. Beautiful. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Honor yourself and others by being authentic in your communication. Make a habit of speaking your truth to free yourself of misunderstandings and miscommunications, right? So, not speaking from our little inner child, I hate you, but speaking from a place of truth to our, starting with truth to ourselves, right? So, I like that. All right. So, that's what they have for you, Sean G. Thank you again for your donations. Ooh, and I am going to be late to my other session. So, I'm going to be leaving here in like a minute ago. But Spirit got talking. My Praying Mantis members, they're so understanding. But I'm gonna take screenshots here while I blab. Um, I will be back in about 2 hours. I'll finish out all readings, free and otherwise, when I return. And when I'm done with the stream, I will post a pinned comment listing the readings I completed with timestamps. So you'll be able to just to click on it and it'll take it directly, take you, not it, take you directly to your reading. So what else? Oh, when I come back on, in the description box of the video, I will have the order in which I'm going to be completing the readings when I return. So you can follow along if you wish as well, or you can be like, oh, I'll come back after the stream is done and just find my reading. Whatever you wish to do, you can definitely do. There won't be a chat in that one because I'm not going to take any new questions, but if you're interested, I do have my YouTube channel memberships. We'll be back on Thursday for that. There's a link down in the description box for that. And then we'll be back next Friday as well. All right. Let me just grab the last of this here. Hey, Faria Edits, if you have a question, pop it in. I'll grab it like real quick here, as I am going to be headed off to my Praying Mantis session here in seconds. In fact, a minute ago, I'm a minute late already. So if you have one, put it in there. Or if you don't hear that until I've left, you can throw it in the comments of this video and I'll grab it when I return as well. In fact, that's what I need to do because I need to get going. But thank you guys again so much for all your love and also your support. If you're interested in getting in my weekly drawing for chance of winning a free reading, make sure you check out the description box of the video. It's at the very top there. Until I see you again, remember, every second of every day of your life, you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. And we will see you soon. All right. Hey, Daisy D. Let me grab yours real quick here. There we go. I grabbed it. So I'll be back in a couple hours. We'll see you guys soon.